Yes, good evening. My name is Wallace Gator Bradley, and I'm the host of the Bradley Report. One thing I want to say that is very important that you wear your mask. While you're outside, they got mandates all over the country, especially here in Cook County and in the city of Chicago with this new variant that's out there. Again, I'm the host of the Bradley Report. I'm also the president of United in Peace, Inc. Got a very interesting show today. The issues that were put together for me to present to you, my viewing and listening audience, was done by the chairman of United in Peace, Inc., none other than my wife, Terry Marsh Bradley. She's also the producer and the director of this show. And all this couldn't be put together properly without the help of Brother Omari. So with that, I want to say, to God be the glory. You've heard our story. Now, Brother Omari, let's go to work.
If you pick up that gun and you fire that gun, anyone that get harmed from you firing that gun, that's an innocent bystander. We asking the community, ostracize them, push them out, don't let them hide anywhere, don't support them, and let law enforcement do their job.
The code is this. If you pick up that gun to solve your problem, I'm not endorsing violence. I'm saying you're violating the code if you discharge that weapon and innocent people get shot or killed, especially a child or an elderly person. And the community must uphold that code.
He got his shoe shined.
The reason that it worked in the 90s, because everyone was a part of it. Kids, women, elderly, was off limits.
You didn't touch him.
Didn't touch them.
About ostracizing from the community, pushing you out of the community, not supporting you in the community or protecting you in the community, so that law enforcement can do their job by apprehending you, and the Cook County State's Attorney can do her job by making sure that you get a fair prosecution. This is so that there's no retaliation in the community because you discharge or you fire that weapon at your intended partner.
We all got to come together. Those of you, my name is Wallace Gator Bradley. I'm the urban translator. I'm the president of United Peace, Inc. We all got to come together to let it be known that Black lives matter everywhere. Regardless if the police shoot somebody that's black, it means twice as much to our community when someone black is shooting someone black.
With at least 8 children under the age of 10 shot in the city in just 2 weeks, some are asking if that code still carries any weight.
There's something that we got to do.
Gator catches up with some friends on Calumet.
That 1-year-old that got killed.
His conversations of late have focused on kids getting shot. He says the rule still applies.
We as men got to put it down and say, that still exists. It never left.
We all got a responsibility.
We all got a responsibility, man.
But it never left.
I'm putting a call out to all the brothers. You know what we do. Put the word on the street that this is no longer tolerated. Me and Holmes work together and we know how it works. We've been able to help individuals turn themselves in of the community, kick them out, but law enforcement to come and arrest them. Now is the time. Just like it was a video from administration to let everybody know about the awakening of George Floyd. Somebody got a video, or we need to use our video to stop this senseless violence. And I believe that vengeance belongs to the Lord. And with that, I want to say, to God be the glory. And that's my story.
You know, I've been playing this as my theme coming into my show. And I'm pushing the code even more today. A year or so later, after I decide that's going to be the theme of my show. There's been so many children and women that has been shot in 2021. I'm sure more has been shot this year because of senseless violent shootings and killings than there have been in 2020. I'm saying that it's upon us as a people, especially of African American descent, to lay down the fact, whether we're talking at the bars, or we're talking about it at the baseball games, softball games, football games, over chess, over checkers, or over dominoes, even in strip club, bar, or barbershop. For the sisters, y'all need to push the code because you have the power to let an individual know that if they are in violation of this code, they do not have the right to be around you because they're disrespecting you and the well-being of your children. With the retaliatory shootings that's happening in our community. We have in mass shootings every day, sometimes 2 a day. Mass shootings 2 a day. If this was happening in other community, they would have came in there and they would have stopped that quick, fast, in a hurry. It wouldn't have been no wondering what clique they in or what organization they in. They would have had their names. They would have been pushed out there in the media. Okay? But it's happening in the black community. And I'm of the opinion it ain't by accident or happenstance. Happenstance, rather. Because people are now talking now. And this plan of us working together united in peace to push the code, which is zero tolerance for senseless shootings and killings, the abuse and the rape of women and children, the abuse, the robbery, and the disrespect of our elders, who we see now are getting shot at an alarming rate. Tell your aldermen, because they got to come back to you for their votes. 2022, let's just now, tell them now, call them up, and tell them you're holding them accountable for supporting zero tolerance, supporting this code, zero tolerance. They can do that now. Call them now and have them become accountable. They can do this now. They can support this now before they come back and try to convince you in 2022 that they are electable. You let the governor know this. Call his office. Call the Senate President's office. Call the Illinois House Speaker, the first African American to be the Speaker of the House of Illinois. Call the Cook County Commissioners. Call the County Board President. I want to say this on the record. She is in support of the code. Zero tolerance for senseless violence, shooting and killing. Zero tolerance for the abuse of women and children. Zero tolerance for the abuse and the robbery and the disrespect of seniors and our elders. State's Attorney Kim Foxx publicly came onto this show and said that she was in support of the code. Call your preachers as they do their congregation or to their congregation as they praying or before they pray to announce to their congregation that they support the code. Tell your sorority members, Masonic members, fraternities members, business leaders. You go on and on. We all, and it don't cost one penny, don't cost a dime, to let the community know that the community is in full support of this, to make those individuals that continue to do this realize it ain't no reaction for your action, it's a consequence for your action. Can't keep shooting these babies. Mothers of the individuals that's doing this, babies' daddies that's doing this, the mothers of them babies, daddies that's doing this, you can't hide them. And like they say in Minnesota, it ain't snitching when a child and the elderly and innocent people, bystanders, are getting killed. They moving expeditiously on that. And they dealing with elected officials there, from the attorney general to the alderman to the congressman, mayors, the governor, church leaders, former gang leaders. They're doing this. Some of the same individuals that's with us in '94 with the Gang Peace Summits. But I want to move forward because this is what the city is doing. Brother Omari, could you hit that piece about the Eisenhower shootings? Thank you. I want you to listen to this.
Coming to you fresh-faced from home with new lash.
That's the Eisenhower Expressway. Showing how it's backed up because of senseless violence that's happening there. I think the story gonna come on 1 minute.
What's the recipe for surprising the kid?
Bring it down to the headline of the story. I'll go from there. It says shooting on the Eisenhower Expressway leaves 2 hurt near California. Okay, this happened today in the afternoon. Could you bring it up a little more? Omari, right there. Come down, look, right there. The inbound Eisenhower Expressway was shut down Monday afternoon, today, while the Illinois State Police investigated a shooting that left 2 people hurt. State police said that the shooting was reported on eastbound I-290 near California. I want to say this. The state and the city, with the help of the governor and probably with the help from the president, they come in with these cameras. They deal with the sound from the gunshot, dealing with their satellite up there, as well as the cameras being able to read the license plates off the cars. Whether they stolen or not, they're going to be able to lock the expressway down where the individuals can't get off the expressway, and they're going to apprehend the individuals. They catching some of the individuals. They're doing it on 94. They're doing it on 57. They're going to do it on the Eisenhower. Everybody can do something. And something else. Don't wait till it happens to your baby to say, somebody please do something.
Judy and Rob, Cook County.
Okay? I just want to say we all got to do our share.
They announced on Friday that there would be a vax mandate that went
And,
into effect today for county employees. The mayor saying today that Chicago is going to follow suit for city employees, with a formal announcement expected as early as this week. The mayor said today that details are still being worked out with the unions, but with the rise of the Delta variant and the FDA granting full approval to the Pfizer vaccine today, the city is ready to move ahead with requiring city workers to roll up their sleeves and get their shots.
We absolutely have to have a vaccine mandate. It's for the safety of all involved, particularly members of the public who are interacting with city employees on a daily basis. It's important for colleagues to also feel like they have a workplace that is safe.
Also today, the mayor assuring parents that when their children return to the classroom 1 week from today, that it will be safe. It comes as the Chicago Teachers Union is raising concerns about the COVID safety plan that is still being negotiated with CPS. Teachers returned today.
What we are proposing, asking, demanding are the same mitigations that have been there already. We did not experience widespread outbreaks last winter and spring.
Pressure is also coming from nearly 50 aldermen and state politicians who sent a letter to the mayor and CPS pushing for safety measures, including a 14-day quarantine period of remote learning if there's a confirmed case in a classroom. The mayor said negotiations continue.
There's no dispute that everyone agrees that we're going to open up next week on Monday, August 30th, 5 days a week in person. There's no dispute that teachers and other staff of CPS will be vaccinated as a requirement starting October 15th.
CTU did raise concerns today about not having enough staff to carry out all of the COVID safety protocols that will be required in schools. The mayor said that she is 100% confident there will be enough staff to do that.
You know, I'm glad the mayor, the governor, the county board president are making those moves, because this variant is serious. Make no mistake about it, it is serious. I'm vaccinated, but I'm wearing my mask. And it's time for us, in my opinion, everybody that went to school when they was young, before you was allowed to get into school, you had to have been vaccinated for whether it was smallpox shots, chickenpox shots, whatever shots. You had to be vaccinated. The children had to be vaccinated before they came into the schools. Period. No child was allowed in the school unless they was vaccinated. So I'm appealing to the African Americans, because I'm African American. I'm appealing to everyone else, but especially African Americans. Get over the teachers and the staff within them schools being mandated to get vaccinated. I can't wait until they get it where the children under, 12 or 14 can be vaccinated. Okay? We're seeing how some individuals that catch the COVID again, if they vaccinated, they're not going through the harshness that they would have to go through if they weren't vaccinated. So get vaccinated. I'm glad the mayor, I'm glad the county board president, I'm glad the governor is mandating that. Also, I'm glad that the president let it be known that the nursing homes will be harshly penalized if their employees don't get vaccinated. This in the nursing homes, it helps guarantee that the residents will be vaccinated. And I appeal to the governor still, and I know I've been talking with his administration. They're making moves, I feel, from my conversation, to enforce the Nursing Home Care Act, Section 8, against the nursing homes that's not in compliance. Okay? I want to say hooray, hooray to those elected officials. Now let's talk about Danny Davis. Yes, sir. Could you come down a little bit? Right. Go up. I'm sorry, my bad. Go up a little bit, Omari. Right here. It says Congressman Danny K. Davis briefed on McDonald's corporate systemic racism by the Don't Be Mac Food organizers and the Bird Brothers. Congressman Danny K. Davis pushes Don't Be Max Food corporate systemic racism hearing request to the Congressional Black Caucus. I believe he did that today because the meeting that we had with the congressman was last Friday. Okay? He's also pushing it before the House Financial Services Committee and the Senate, United States Senate Subcommittee on Financial Institutions and Consumer Protections to have a hearing. Could you, Omari, could you take it up a little bit? Right there, right there. Right, come down. No, come down, come down. Come down to the picture. Come down a little bit more. Some more. Come down some more, Omari. Right there. That's the meeting that we had with Congressman Danny Davis because McDonald's global corporate office is in his district. And we've talked with a lot of other congressmen around the country, from Maxine Waters to Benny Thompson to Brother Meeks up out of New York, Brother Corn in Tennessee. And this national protest has hit the regional office in Georgia, the regional office in Tennessee, which happened to be Nashville, and the corporate office here starting February 22nd. That's myself in the blue. Everybody know the iconic Congressman Danny K. Davis. That's Durrell Byrd and his brother James Byrd. We call him Jim. They are the brothers who filed suit against McDonald's because they have McDonald's franchises. They are McDonald's franchisees and members of the Black McDonald's Operators Association. And they weren't getting a fair shake, okay? The white franchisees didn't have to go through what they're going through. Systemic racism across the board. And that's Brother Kahari Nash. He and I were the ones that came up with this national protest and is up under the auspices of United in Peace, Inc., okay? And I said, hey, there's no sense to be McFood. F-O-L-L-D. They showing the new commercial. Yes, that's us standing outside. Thank you, brother Omari. That's us standing outside Congressman Davis's office. And it's wonderful that those brothers came all the way from Mississippi to come and talk to the congressman. Because the Congressional Black Caucus works like this. They respect one another's areas, and they support one another. When one of the congressmen got an issue in their area, they bring it before the Congressional Black Caucus. They become the lead proponent in this legislative move to address the concerns. I appreciate you, Congressman Danny K. Davis. I'm supporting you in your re-election, not United Peace, Inc., because that's a non-for-profit organization. But I'm supporting you, just like a lot of your other constituents supporting you. I want to say hooray, hooray for you and other elected officials. While you're in Washington, D.C., give Congresswoman, everybody's auntie, Maxine Waters, my love, honor, and respect. And with that, I know I got to wrap it up. I want to say this is news that you can use. This is happening. Leadership is the saying, heavy is the head that wear the crown. When you put in works, righteous works, and walk by faith in God, all things are possible. With that, I want to say, mask up, because it's serious. And in closing, I want to say for everyone to pray for all those who have been infected with the virus, especially my mentor, Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson, and his wife, Jackie, or Jacqueline, however way you want to call her. Pray for them that they get well, and pray for all those that have been infected. With that, I want to say, to God be the glory. That's my story. Mask up so that you can protect your loved ones as well as yourself. To God be the glory.